The famous blue marble. They took multiple, but for some reason, this is the only one they show the public. I think I know why. A lot of them had a big old fat Terminator line. It's impossible to catch this photo and this photo on the way to the moon.
Okay, so I think some of the problem is here that you may have been a little bit misinformed on how they became to be traveling to the moon, how they left Earth, and how they became to be halfway on the way to the moon. Not that it was halfway when they took this photo, but where they were situated in reference to planet Earth as they travelled to the moon. Take a look at this. Okay, so they didn't just leave straight from the Earth and go straight out to the moon. Okay, they left Cape Canaveral, they orbited the Earth 1.5 times, right, before going out to the side, right, a rather wide arc out to the moon, and then they orbited the moon quite a few times in preparation before they landed. Okay, so if you went to say that top arc, you know, say up here somewhere, and imagine that they took the photo from there, with the sun being out this way, right, there would have been exactly what you're saying couldn't have been done on the way to the moon. It can absolutely have been done on the way to the moon. It's not that amazing.
Okay, this is Earth, this is the spaceship, and this is the moon. So what they say is they gotta set out toward where the moon will be by the time they get there.
Okay, so I was right. That's not how they got to the moon, dude. They didn't just shoot straight out and go straight towards the moon. Okay, as you've seen many times, I think you may have even pointed out about how they draw a big arc when they launch the rocket. It looks like it's going over the horizon. That's because they're setting up for an orbit. Okay, they use the rotation of the Earth to help build speed, to help get them into orbit. I think on Apollo 11 they did a 1.5 revolutions or orbit in preparation to set up the trajectory to get to the moon. So that's where the mistake is made. They didn't just go straight out to the moon. Okay, so the moon wasn't always directly behind them. Sometimes it was like in front of them. You know, during their orbit, it was between them and the moon. They could have taken any photos during that time. So there's your answer. That's how that photo is absolutely possible on the way to the moon.